Three-Eye Atlas, right? The story keeps changing, even in this short amount of time, right? It'll flip like 3, 4, 5 times. Okay. So the latest is, I guess it's a group of reptilians supposed to be on this spaceship coming here to do something with the star seeds, right? That's the latest version of the story. Okay. Let's dive into that for a second and see what we can come up with. So if you got a group of star seeds, right, whose very essence, right, is to reveal the truth, right, or wake people up, right? The only entities that would have a problem with the star seeds is a group of entities that thrive on keeping people asleep, misinformed, and misguided. Now, we're talking about an entity that is surviving off of darkness and deception, right? Now, we ain't talking about no cartoon shit or no fucking Hollywood movie. We talking about a system, right, that their very survival depends on keeping the people divided and asleep. Now, watch this, right? Because this is the part where the reptilians come in at, right? So, okay. So, if this new wave, right, of the Three-Eye Atlas story is painting a picture of it's the reptilians that's actually on the Three-Eye Atlas and they coming to get the star seeds, then you know how that lines up, right? That means that the reptilians, right, must be threatened by the awakening. Okay. All right. Now let's go back to what we were just talking about a second ago. Right. The only people or entities that's threatened by the awakening, right, are these certain systems. So that must mean that the reptilians are either running this current system or a part of this current system. And by systems, right, I mean world governments, right? Shadow governments, or whatever other name you want to put on it, right? Because anybody in power, right, especially an evil power, right, or an empire, right, they don't want the rug pulled out from under them, okay? And what are star seeds, right? Star seeds are the ultimate spiritual rug pullers. Now, whether it be literal reptilian beings or just a metaphor for those that move in the shadows, right? It all comes down to the same formula, right? Those that live in the lie want the truth tellers gone. Now, whether they try to get them gone by fear, smear campaigns, distractions, or flat out violence, whatever it is, it's all a form of control. Now, here's the part that people tend to overlook, okay? Because if the story is true, right, that star seeds can't be lied to or manipulated, then that must mean that the system's whole campaign ain't nothing but a big fear tactic for the rest of the masses. Now, I don't know everything, right? But the one thing that I do know for sure is that if they are in fact targeting the star seeds, that's because the star seeds is out here doing real work, right? And that work that the star seeds are doing is a threat to them, right? Everything else is just a smokescreen. Now, here's the question that nobody want to answer, right? Everybody is dodging this one, right? If the star seeds is untouchable, how are they going to stop them? They can't unless they make them doubt themselves, okay? Right? And that's the oldest play in the book. And see, this is where your discernment kicks in at, right? Because everybody that's claiming to tell a story ain't telling it straight, okay? Some telling it to instill fear, but disguise it as prophecy, right? But the truth don't need to be afraid, okay? And that's why star seeds move the way they move, right? They don't never get shook, no matter how wild the story get. Peace and blessings.